Oh man, I am super excited to, I don't know, just to be putting this down. Well, here's Barnabas. Barney, how's it going, Barney? Oh yeah, you like to walk. So this is the morning that I'll be going before El Dorado Hills Fire Department and presenting myself as someone who would love to serve the community of El Dorado Hills in that capacity. And I'm so excited because God gave me this morning just really a blueprint or a framework to answer what usually is the first question. If it doesn't turn out in that way, then God will give me the grace to pivot and put it in somewhere. But the first question is tell us about yourself. And I cannot go before them and not talk about me as a follower of God. That is integral. That is truly integral to my foundation of what makes me me. And so I cannot not talk about that. So that's number one. Actually, that piece, it being integral, and I'm going to come back to that word because actually integrity is one of their core values. So I'm going to be coming back to that word. But God, I mean, of course, Jesus is God, but regardless of how you, if you believe in him or not, it's commonly understood that he was considered the servant of all. And that's what made him so great. That's what made him, according to his own words, the greatest of all is the servant of all. So, and service is the second word of their core values. And then number two would be my family. My family has made me who I am. So if I first could talk about my family being my wife and my 4 kids, right? And then also it would be like my family that I was born into, my dad and my 4 sisters and my mom, and they made me who I was, and or who I am. And then you could even go further back to my grandpa, and I'll come back to this, but later. But it's really because of my grandpa that I'm here today. And there will be a whole story about how he was a volunteer fire chief, and me just as a little kid watching him and being inspired by him inspired me to be who I am. So that piece, and then the third piece would be my friends, my neighbors, and my greater community. So, and I'll even talk about how there are 137 of my neighbors that I know, and they're the ones that I do life with, and we do projects together, and they are also part of making me who I am, and really speak to what is important to me. The greater community would be my church community, who I live and do life with and serve with. And then also another big community in my life is, I mean, there's several, but I have the music community, and then I have the mountain bike community, which the part of the music community, I was even I don't know if I'll probably won't talk about this, but I was the personnel manager for an event, one of the largest opera companies in the Bay Area. But then the mountain biking community, me and a friend started that community, and it's incredible how they all support each other and give to each other, encourage each other, strengthen each other, and really, I don't know, it's just good. It's good life, and I'm so grateful for those people. So and all of that all stems from my life. It all stems from the integral foundation of God in my life. And there you have it. That's what I feel like God just gave me. He woke me up early, and I was just thinking in bed, and like I've never talked about me being a worshiper of Jesus in an interview, but I really can't share who I am if I don't. That's a huge piece of who I am. That is at the core of who I am. So there you have it.